Knuffle Bunny 2, A Case of Mistaken Identity by Willems. Oh, family pictures again. But one more picture. Trixie's getting older. One morning, not so long ago, Trixie took a walk with her daddy. By now, Trixie really knew how to talk. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show Amy, and then I'll show Meg, and then I'll show Margot, and then I'll show Jane, and then I'll show Leela, and then I'll show Rebecca, and then I'll show Noah, and then I'll show Robbie, and then I'll show Toshi, and then I'll show Casey, and then I'll show Connie, and then I'll show Parker, and then I'll show Brian, and talk and talk. Trixie was excited because she was taking her one-of-a-kind Knuffle bunny somewhere very special. One of a kind. That means there are no other Knuffle bunnies. Come on, Dad. She's taking Knuffle Bunny to school. What an interesting looking school, right? Oh. Trixie couldn't wait. She's so excited to show Knuffle Bunny to Ms. Greengrove and all her classmates. Yeah, Ms. Greengrove will be her teacher. But as her daddy was kissing her goodbye, Trixie saw Sonia. Oh no, what does Sonia have?
The same bunny.
Suddenly, Trixie's one-of-a-kind Knuffle Bunny wasn't so one-of-a-kind anymore. There were two Knuffle Bunnies. The morning did not go well. Oh no. Knuffle is how Trixie calls her bunny. Knuffle is what Sonia says. Knuffle. Knuffle. Is Ms. Greengrove happy?
No.
I don't think so. The afternoon was worse.
Oh
no. They both lost their toys. When the bell rang, Ms. Greengrove returned the Knuffle Bunnies, and the day got better. Oh, she went outside to play. Then, before she knew it, it was time to go home. That means she had so much fun, time went very quickly. Trixie ate her dinner, devoured her dessert. Whoa! She's eating very quickly. Brushed her teeth, and tried to escape the Mummy and Daddy robots from planet Snurp. Oh, I think Mom and Dad are pretending, right? Okay. At 1:30 bedtime, Trixie was tucked in under her blankets, ready to go to sleep. But a few hours later, Trixie realized something. Trixie marched into her Mummy and Daddy's room and said, "That is not my bunny." Oh my. Trixie's daddy tried to explain what 2:30 a.m. meant. Oh, would you like to be awake at 2:30 a.m.? No. He asked, "Can we deal with this in the morning?" Trixie's daddy went to the phone. Before he had even made it down the stairs, bring! The phone rang. "We have your bunny," said a man's voice on the other end. "We have yours," replied Trixie's daddy. Arrangements were made. Trixie and her daddy rushed across the neighborhood. Trixie did not want to be late. Neither did Sonia. There was an exchange, and the Knuffle Bunnies were back where they belonged. "I was so worried about my bunny," said Sonia. "So was I," Trixie replied. Then they both said, "I'm glad you've got your bunny back. at the exact same time. And that's how Trixie found her first, apart from Knuffle Bunny, of course, best friend. After Knuffle Bunny, Sonia is her first best friend. The end. Knuffle Bunny Free, an unexpected diversion by Willems. Oh, there's the family again, getting bigger, getting older. One day, not so long ago, Trixie took a big trip with her family. They were on their way to visit Trixie's Oma and Opa in Holland. Holland is far away. So that meant taking a taxi to the airport, queuing up in a line, watching Knuffle Bunny go through the big machine, waiting some more, and finally getting on to a real airplane. On the plane, Trixie played and read and slept. Before she knew it, that means it didn't feel like a long time, the plane had landed. Trixie and her family left the airport and got on a train to go to Oma and Opa's house. Oma and Opa were so happy to see Trixie. Soon, Oma and Trixie were drinking cold glasses of chocolate milk in the garden. Suddenly, Trixie realized something. Trixie didn't tell her daddy that Knuffle Bunny was gone. I think Daddy knows what that look means. She didn't have to. Poor Daddy. Trixie's daddy called the airline and asked them to look for Knuffle Bunny on the plane. But the plane had left for China. China is very far away. Trixie's mummy hugged her and asked her to be brave. Trixie's daddy told the story of when he was a little boy and said goodbye to his special lammy. Oh, so Trixie has a bunny, but Daddy had a lamb when he was a little boy. Oma gave Trixie another glass of chocolate milk and remarked on how big she was getting. Trixie understood. She was getting bigger, even if she wished she wasn't. The next morning, Trixie tried to enjoy going to the cafe and the swings in the playground and the carnival that was in town. And while the whole week was filled with fun things like eating chips on the street, visiting real windmills, and feeding the ducks, Trixie was still sad. She missed her Knuffle Bunny. Oma and Opa understood. Oma and Opa had a plan. That night, they had a surprise for Trixie, a brand new, top-of-the-range, Funny Bunny Oney Doll Extreme. Oh my. It could walk, it could dance, it could speak in Dutch. But it couldn't make Trixie feel any better.
She's still sad.
Oh, poor baby. Trixie was sure that she wouldn't be able to sleep another night in a strange bed without her Knuffle Bunny. But before she knew it, she was dreaming. She dreamed of Knuffle Bunny and all the places he would visit. She dreamed of all the children Knuffle Bunny would meet. She dreamed of how Knuffle Bunny would make them feel better. The next morning, Trixie felt better. Trixie had a big breakfast. She played with Oma on the playground swings. She even tried a sip of Oppa's coffee at the cafe. It was a great day. Before she knew it, the trip was over and it was time to go home. Trixie hugged Oma and Oppa as hard as she could. She gave them a big hug. Then Trixie and her family got back onto the train and back onto the plane. They got on the train again and got onto the plane again and listened to the crying baby as the plane lifted off. Oof. But can you believe it? Right there on that very plane, Trixie noticed something. What did she notice? What do you think?
The bunny?
Maybe? You're right! Knuffle Bunny! Trixie was so happy to have Knuffle Bunny back in her arms. Aww. Happy enough to make a decision. Trixie turned around and said, "Would your baby like my Knuffle Bunny?" So polite to ask first. "Really?" asked the baby's mother. "Really?" asked Trixie's daddy. "Really?" asked Trixie's mummy. "Blaggy plaggy?" asked the baby. "Really," said Trixie. She was big enough. The baby was happy. The baby's mother was thankful. Trixie's parents were proud. And the other passengers were very relieved. They felt better because the baby stopped crying. And that is how, a few weeks later, Trixie received her very first letter. Oh, we have another letter. A note to Trixie. Trixie, I hope to watch you grow up, fall in love, start a family, and be happy. And I hope that one day, many years from now, oh, is that Trixie? You will receive a package from an old pen pal. Love, Daddy. Oh, so sweet. The end.